Hello everyone, it's Dustman here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to discuss the latest chapter of Black Clover, chapter 333. And oh my goodness, do we have a lot to talk about. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 1K. Let's get it. Let's go. So basically the chapter starts off with Lucius Agratus, and we have this little backstory and how he was on how he became what he is today. And so it starts off with Lucius saying that, or having this inner dialogue, and he's basically saying that he is the best and the most talented devil host in his entire family. And he also says that he is a unique being that is born with two souls. And he also says that he is following Astaroth, which is the time devil, because he wants all of his questions to be answered on why he's doing what he's doing. And then we get this little interaction between Julius and Lucius. And Lucius basically says that he knows that Julius is wanting to achieve that peace, but he says that he's going to achieve true peace, basically saying that he's going to he's going to accomplish the goal that Julius wants to accomplish, but better. And he's basically telling Julius not to worry, and he's saying that you are closest to me, but you don't even understand me at all. And so after that, we get this cool panel of Lucius pointing at Julius, and Julius being shocked on what the hell is going on. And then I noticed this pattern on Julius and Lucius' face, because we kind of get a comparison, and it seems like Lucius's sign on his freaking forehead is much more shaded in, but Julius, his sign is way more open and not shaded in. So that kind of has that parallel. I'll talk about it later. So then as we jump back into the present time, we see Asta, and everyone is basically saying, oh my gosh, that's the Wizard King. The Wizard King is back. But Asta in his heart knows that that's not the Wizard King. And so out of nowhere, Lucius casts this time magic spell, and then he casts this time magic spell. It's like chronostasis, but it's bigger, and he freezes basically everyone within that area except Asta, because Asta uses his anti-magic to negate that effect of being frozen in time. And so Asta basically recalls that that's Julius's spell, but he says that but this one is on a much more massive scale, basically saying that it's stronger than that of Julius's. And so Lucius basically says that what does he say? He says that he is Lucius Agratus and stuff like that, and he kind of introduces himself as the true savior of the world. And then Asta's true savior, and then he says that he ate Lucifero, and Asta kind of reinsures himself. That's why he picked up on his key, and that's why he was able to realize that his key resembled that of Lucifero, because now he revealed that he ate Lucifero's heart and stuff like that. And so later on in the chapter, Lucius basically tells Asta that he will bring true peace to the world by using his siblings' abilities to revive the world into undying bodies. And he says that Julius was sent on this mission to do, I don't know, he said something about Julius was being sent on a mission, and that he's here to complete it. And he said that he's going to wipe away discrimination, he's going to wipe away fear, sorrow, all of that, with his true goal, with his true peace goal and stuff like that. And then Asta is kind of saying that true peace, what are you talking about? What are you going on about? And then Lucius says that Julius is dead, and that's what kind of sparks Asta to reply back in an angry response, because he says that Julius is dead, and then Asta is Julius is not dead, and Julius was admired by everyone, and he is the best Wizard King that the world could ever have. And then Lucius basically says that he doesn't need to worry, and that everything will be fine, and that his goal will prevail, and he will be the last Wizard King standing, basically shitting on Asta's whole goal of becoming the Wizard King. And that kind of connects because Julius was the one who encouraged Asta to become the Wizard King, but now Lucius is kind of degrading and discouraging Asta. So that's kind of like a parallel between Lucius and Julius in it itself. So I'm going to dive more into that after the review. And so after that, Lucius basically says that his plan has been going as he thought. He's like, everything he foresaw is going as planned, but until one thing. And then he points to Asta and basically says that no human being in this world is born without magic, and that but you have no magic, basically saying that he's a flaw in his system. He's a flaw in his timeline or in his foresight, because he never foreseen that Asta would, or that any being would be born without magic, and that Asta is the flaw, and he's here to eliminate that flaw. And so as the chapter picks up, Asta basically declares that he will surpass the Wizard King and he will defeat Lucius Socrates, and that's how the chapter ends. So this was a pretty fast chapter. Wait, I forgot to mention that Asta is able to use his demon slasher sword to basically slash through the spell and stuff like that and negate all the effects, and is able to like restore everyone back to their condition and state and stuff like that. And that's when Asta basically says after that he will surpass the Wizard King and defeat Lucius. And that's how the chapter ends. So this chapter was really interesting. A lot of key points here that I've wanted to bring up. So number one, I want to talk about the whole thing with Lucius and Julius, and how basically Julius was never a bad person. He was his own person to begin with, because of the fact that Julius and Lucius share the same body. And it's kind of similar to William and Patry, because William is a good person, but he shared the same body with Patry. So yeah, and it just makes the fight between him and Patry, I mean him and Julius, because Patry versus Julius, much more like impactful, because it seemed like Julius could relate to William because of the fact that they both had souls inside of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's why Julius wanted to save William, or that's why he was going easy on Patry, because he can relate to Patry and how, or William, on how he had another body, or he had another soul in his body. I also want to talk about how the parallels between them and that their markings, because we see in their panel where they're having that conversation, that inner dialogue, we see that Julius has like that sun-shaped marking on his forehead, but it's like dotted, but it's like open, whereas Lucius, his is shaded in. So that could probably be a parallel between light and darkness, and how Lucius is like the light. Julius is the light and Lucius is the darkness, because it's definitely looking that way. Because look at how Lucius is acting. He's basically degrading Asta's whole dream of becoming Wizard King. And he's basically saying that he's going to be the last Wizard King, discouraging Asta, basically saying that he can never be one, whereas Julius was the one who encouraged and who inspired Asta to become the Wizard King. So that's kind of cool to see. And so also I want to talk about how Lucius said that Asta was this flaw and that he was the only thing that he couldn't foresee. And that basically shows that Asta is another breed. This basically shows that Asta is special in every way, because he said it himself. He said that in this world, it's rare, it's impossible for a being to not be born with magic, and that Asta is different, and he's a flaw. So that basically shows that Asta is special in every way. So I hope we get like that backstory, like that origin for Asta, because that's going to explain so much. Probably like, how did he even get this way? Did he have magic before he was stripped of it from Lishita? So it's pretty interesting, to say the least, on Asta and who he truly is. And I wanted to talk about something else. I can't remember what it is. What is it? Oh yeah, Yami and William, bro. How the hell are they gonna react to this? Because you know how Yami and William, they looked at Julius as a literal mentor, especially Yami, because Yami and Julius met when Yami was like a little ass kid. So it's gonna be so impactful for Yami's like reaction to this whole Lucius thing, and it's gonna be on like some It's gonna be on like some. It's gonna be so crazy, bro. I don't know how that relationship. I don't know how I can relate. It's gonna be crazy. Like my former mentor turned evil. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna break the internet because Yami's gonna go crazy. Him and William. So I'm so excited to see what goes on next chapter. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Please, guys, comment down below of what you guys thought of the video, of the chapter review, of the whole entire chapter in itself, because this chapter was really good. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace, guys. See you later.